What's happening? It's Eric J. Olson, and I am in the office today on Memorial Day. It is 10:44 a.m. So what the hell am I doing here in the office? All right, so we batch record episodes of our Journey to $100 Million podcast, and I had like 50 or so in the backlog, and I've interviewed a whole bunch of other entrepreneurs. We still have some in the backlog for me, and Kevin records as well. Kevin's the co-host of the podcast, but I feel like I am getting a little bit low on podcasts, and I've got it's Memorial Day. I don't have any plans. I'm not working out today. I'm not working today, so I figured I'd come in here for about an hour or so and knock out about 10 episodes. And the very first episode that I'm going to record, as you can see by the book cover, is a summary of why I am rereading the book Traction. So I won't preamble this for too long, but I do want to at least show you how I record these things, and then once I'm done recording, that'll be it. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions for a future episode of the Journey to $100 Million podcast, if there's something you'd like me to talk about, put it in the comments. I'll see it here before I end this broadcast. But my plan is only to record one episode. And then if there's not any questions, I want to cut. So get your questions in, get your comments in. If there's something you want me to record, let me know right away. And I will, I'll record it before I end the broadcast. All right. All right. So here we go. So I've got the book cover up as an image. And yeah, didn't really shave today. Yeah, totally didn't. Mondays are my normal shave days, Mondays and Thursdays. And I'm like, I'll save it for Thursday. Well, actually, I'll save it for tomorrow, Tuesday. All right. So the way that we do it is we have a statement in the beginning, and then our editor cuts. They put the intro music in, the intro file, and then we go into the actual episode. Here we go. Why am I rereading the book Traction? What's happening? It's Eric J. Olson. So I am currently rereading the book Traction. Now, I read this a couple of years ago, and then I gave it to Kevin Daisy, who's the co-founder of Array Digital, and he's also the co-host of this podcast, Journey to $100 Million. And he had it for a while, and then he read it about 6 months ago. And when he was rereading it, he would kind of comment to me, and we'd kind of chit chat on Slack and talk about at our weekly one-on-ones about the things that he was learning. And it got me to think about this book again. Now, when I read the book the first time, I implemented some of the things that were in this book, but not all of the things. Now, let's talk about that a little bit. If you read a business book or if you listen to a business book, if you consume somehow some business material that is intended to help you get better, if you consume that and you don't do anything with it, if you don't apply your learning, then you're wasting your time. You might as well just be reading a romance novel, some sort of fiction. But if you're reading business, if you're reading a how-to book, you have to take the time and energy to apply your learnings. Again, if you don't, you are just absolutely wasting your time. So when I read Traction the first time, I did apply some of the things in that book. As an example, KPI dashboards. We did it exactly the way that the author says to do it. And it's worked out great. We've done it ever since. But I didn't apply everything in the book. So this time around, I will be applying probably not everything because there's a lot to it, but I'm going to be applying a lot more. So one of the things that's in the book that I know of, but I need to read into more and I want to apply here is what's called a level 10 meeting. There's a very specific format for this kind of leadership meeting. And I think we kind of struggle with that a little bit here at Array Digital and at Rival Digital and for the whole organization. So that's one of the things I'm very interested in. There's a couple of other pieces of the book that I'm very interested in as well. So I'm going to be rereading it. I did crack it open today, and I'm starting in on it. I've already printed out the assessment. By the way, there's an assessment that you take at the very beginning, and you answer 20 questions on a scale of I think it's 1 to 5, and then you get between 0 and 100 points, and I ranked us at a 53. Not bad. But there's certainly some shortfalls that I would need to fill in, some problem areas in the organization. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I think we do really well when it comes to people and when it comes to vision, but I think we fall greatly short when it comes to process. As an example, unfortunately, a lot of our process is not written down. It's all tribal knowledge, which is a problem. So I'm going to be focusing on that. So I'm going to be rereading it. You'll probably hear me talking in the next couple of weeks or months on this podcast and on social media about the things that I'm learning, the things that we're applying, the things that we're trying. So stay tuned. If you haven't read the book, again, it's called Traction. It's by Gino Wickman. Fantastic read. It will help you improve your business. All right. That's the end of the podcast. So my podcast editor will end it right there and then insert the outro. All right. Well, that's it. I'm just going to broadcast one of these live. No questions, no comments. So I am out. Enjoy Memorial Day weekend. Bye.